That place I was just at was the gold leaf Buddha statue. I can't remember the name of the actual temple, but it's one of the 5 major Buddhist statues that brings worshippers from all over the place. And you put these little gold leaf foils on the statue, and so many people have put them on that statue that it's actually changed the form of the Buddha, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, it's a very cool place. Everything's decorated in gold. So now I'm at the skinny Buddha statue, which I really can't tell you a whole lot about because everything is in Burmese, which just goes to show the, lack of tourist activity that's here. Like, for example, I'm the only one here right now. But yeah, unlike a lot of other countries in Southeast Asia, it's actually kind of cool. They're not set up for tourism, and they're just getting used to what that is and what that means. But yeah, there's no English translations anywhere, but everything's quite beautiful. So just a couple initial observations from my short time here in Burma, or Myanmar as it's known now. So most of the men here wear sarongs, which I didn't expect, and I was kind of surprised. Usually you only see that in Indonesia, specifically island areas like Bali, Papua. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I wish I would have brought my sarong, but I left it in Manila. Also, the women here, most of them wear this like mask on their face, sometimes just the cheeks, other times the whole face, but it's like this white, off-white color, and it works as like a sunscreen. I think it's made out of tree bark, actually, is what I heard. But yeah, it's kind of surprising at first, but you get used to it pretty quick. But yeah, it's just this paste that they'll put on their face that protects them from the sun. So I've also seen that in Thailand. And then the most fascinating thing, when you're at a restaurant specifically, or just in general, if you're trying to get someone's attention, the way you do it is you make kissing sounds. That's how you get people's attention in Burma. So it took me a couple times to figure that out, but it's kind of cool. Right now, you can see I have this little badge here for foreigners. I had to give up my ID to get it, which is kind of strange, but just a brief history on Burma. They were granted independence in 1948 after 100 years of British colonial rule. So that's a part of a lot of countries' stories in Southeast Asia, but then after independence, after a few years, the military consolidated all the power, and they basically lived for 50 years in a brutal martial law dictatorship type of thing. Everything was censored, cut off from the outside world, blah blah blah. Basically think North Korea, right? So they just recently got their independence, but there's still very little places that tourists can visit. They call it the tourist triangle, I believe. Basically Bagan, Mandalay, and Yangon. Other than that, there's a lot of areas that are restricted for tourists, and locals are encouraged not to speak to foreigners. So it's definitely in transition right now, and even what I'm doing right now, just filming out in public and talking about the government, that used to get people shot and killed here. So there's still very tight control here on a lot of things. Like, this is a small example with this, and there's tons of limits, tons of places that are off limits here in the palace. But yeah, just a kind of different vibe here from the rest of Southeast Asia. wood bridge in the world. About to go check that out. So the bridge mission was a success. I'm back at the hotel room now. It was a good like 22-kilometer ride, so I got super sunburned, as you can see. Little farmer's tan, yep. But yeah, I'm just chilling out, working on my Dubai vlog for the rest of the day, staying out of the sun. And then later tonight, might stop by the Jade Market, although I heard it's closed. It's more of like a early morning thing. And yeah, then I'm leaving tomorrow for Yangon.